You're listening to El Americano Podcast, where barbershop talk meets backyard carne asada energy. Hosted by yours truly, Adam Lee, a Central Valley original, fueled by strong opinions and questionable sources. Yeah, I take deep dives and I get lost sometimes, but don't we all? From pop culture to sports, I'm here to stir the pot, crack some jokes, and keep it 100. All with that Americano twist, baby. No filter, all gas, no brakes, and all over the road. This is El Americano Podcast. We're back for episode 7 of El Americano, which is today is October the 6th. We just got done watching the Jaguars and the Chiefs. We got O, we got K-Mac, and yup, Sugar's back, and he's on my side just in case he gets out of hand. You just kind of give him a quick elbow. So with that said, Jaguars just pulled off a big win. Defense, again, with the turnover. Mahomes looked great. There's a lot to unpack here. Overall, what I'm seeing, just kind of get my thoughts out there, is that, once again, Trevor Lawrence is the weakest player on the team. He makes these bad mistakes. If he can clean it up, can they be real contenders in the AFC? Oh.
Real contenders? No. Okay, I still don't think that they have real contender material across the board. Okay,
what are they lacking? Then what is it?
I still don't believe in their defense. No. I love Josh Allen's Hines. Why
don't you ask Shane about their defense? Because it swarmed all over Purdy. They made Purdy look like he was 5'5" in that game.
Sure. Defense, I still don't think that they have enough pieces like contenders, right? Like contenders. Okay. I don't think that they have enough. And now you can make up for a so-so defense if you have elite stuff on the opposite side of the ball, which you alluded to, they don't. Trevor Lawrence.
He's a liability. He makes mistakes. I mean, the game-winning touchdown he had, he fell and got up. He looked like the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz.
Now, whether that's a T-law issue or it's an O-line issue or it's receivers not getting separation or getting open issue, there's too many issues on the offensive side of the ball, along with the defense not being top tier, in my opinion.
I think what helps them out, too, they're able to run the ball, and they got several running backs, it looks like. They got 2 for sure that can tote it. What you got? What you got for me?
You know what? Today they showed me something.
You're 4-1.
Spirit of a winner. Yeah. Right? 4-1. Cohen putting the quarterback in a position to win the game, right? Which he hasn't had. Maybe because of his fault or the coaching fault. I don't know. But he was in a position to win the game today, and he won it. He tripped and fell. Maybe in years past, he gets tackled back there and they don't win the game. But this year they won, right? This game they won. Yeah. But another thing when it comes to defenses, they were missing their best defensive player in Trayvon Walker today, right?
And they still handled business.
Against a Chiefs team that was coming in hot.
I think those linebackers, 23, I can't pronounce his name, but 23 is a beast. And then the guy that returned and then the guy that returned the touchdown for the 99, they're manhandling the inside. Yeah. And then on the flip side, Cohen is actually doing a good job, but the only downfall on that team, which I've seen 2 weeks in a row, delay of games. Trevor Lawrence has already been in the league too long to be getting delay of games. If they can kind of sew him up and get him right and help him out, I think I could see them hosting a playoff game. I think they're in strong position to fight the Colts, to host the game, to win that division. They're going to be right there with them. I think overall, the strengths of those two teams is their defense, and it's going to be close. They both have running games, but it's Daniel Jones versus Trevor Lawrence. That's I think ultimately I think Trevor Lawrence has a little bit more. How should I say the traits of being a stud quarterback? Which I've always liked Daniel Jones too. But we'll see if the other shoe falls off the foot.
Sure. End of the day, I'm gonna take the Colts offensive line and Jonathan Taylor in a running game, right? And I understand they're playing in warmer weather inside when it comes to Indianapolis, but I'm gonna take that Colts offensive line when it comes down to playing defense, running the ball. When it comes down to the playoff time, and I'm gonna take the Colts to win that division over the Jaguars.
Over the Jaguars.
I think I'm ready to change. Well, I picked Houston when we first started. Clearly, they're not the team we thought they were going to be. CJ Stroud's not going to perform at this point to that level. So I think the Jaguars, I'm ready to say they're going to win that division. I think they're only going to get better, and they're showing that they're going to get better. Who do they got next week?
Who, Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who do they got next week?
Even though the Texans came out and
they played the Ravens, and the Ravens right now are having an identity crisis.
Right.
The Ravens are having, which I've never seen in my life. This is a first. I've never seen them struggle like this. And the Ravens is a whole nother. I don't know what's going on over there. What do you think is going on?
They're battered and beaten. Jaguars had the Seahawks next week. That's going to be a test. That's going to be a test.
Ooh, where's that at?
It's in Duval.
Yeah, and then they go against the Rams right after that.
We do I'm involved in a pick seven.
That. You know what?
Are you going to touch that game in a pick seven? If you had a pick seven winners
If I had to pick one that game, no, I ain't touching it.
You ain't touching it?
I ain't touching it.
Well, I'm taking the Seahawks.
You're taking the Seahawks.
They're
Sometimes you got to live dangerous in those. You know what I mean?
Well, they're going to come up off as high. And the Seahawks end up hitting them in the mouth with that defense. I'm taking the Seahawks to blow them out.
They're coming off a tough win, too.
They're not going to be
tough loss.
They're not going to be able to run the ball. He has trouble getting it to Brian Thomas Jr., who's
I think it's the system that doesn't cater to him quite yet. He hasn't figured it out yet.
I'm telling you right now, bro.
He's too big. He's too good of a talent for them not to figure it out.
I'm taking the Seahawks to win that game, and they'll probably be. You think they'll be an underdog in that game?
I think they're probably -3.
It might be an underdog.
If I was picking the whole slate, then yeah, give me the Hawks. But if I only need 7, I'm not touching it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But, I agree with what you're saying though.
Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks.
No, but back to Baltimore. Baltimore is battered and beaten, and also I think we were strongly mistaken about that defense. I mean, I think we gave them a pass week 1.
They got Jacksonville winning that game.
Week 2.
They're 1-3, right? 1-3.
Yeah,
okay.
Or 4.
1-4. 1-4.
Yeah,
1-4.
They got the Rams next week.
They do have the Rams, and this is the thing. In order for Baltimore to steamroll guys, they need to jump out early and they need to get established leads, because then you can just give the rock to your 245-pound running back. All of a sudden, you get behind.
He took off
and Derrick Henry gets phased out of the game.
He's not getting the touches, just like Saquon.
But is it that he's getting phased out, or is he just not being able to show up because he's older?
Well, you lose Lamar Jackson, so the DN doesn't hold anymore. It's different with Cooper Rush. When you got Lamar Jackson doing a little option to Henry, you got to worry about the edge so that the DN doesn't commit. So that's what's happening. That extra little step. The NFL is a game of inches.
But Cooper Rush can also. I mean, you're right. Cooper Rush ain't no Lamar Jackson, right?
But the offensive line hasn't changed, though. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Is it King Henry that maybe can't do what he used to do?
He looked good that first week.
You know what it is? I think it's up here for him. You know, he took off the sleeves. He's already into that mind game.
He did fumble twice.
That plays
onto the sleeves.
I literally said people were talking about it because he was thinking. You can tell he was thinking like, what the, you know what I mean, in his head, like what.
All of a sudden,
you start questioning yourself as far as what you've been doing for your whole career.
Behind. And now you're chasing,
and he's never been good at that.
Never.
Lamar's never. Come on.
Never.
Are they going to figure it out? Are they going to figure it out? You would think so, right?
They have to get healthy.
Because if we were to ask this question, they would be 1-4 right now. We would say you're crazy. I would have lost all my money already.
If they were 1-4 without all of the injuries that they have right now, and they're probably missing like 8 to 10 guys on combined both sides of the ball. They are hurt.
They're hurting.
They are hurt.
And Pittsburgh's healthy.
Yeah. And
I thought Pittsburgh was going to finish second when I did originally my picks, because I saw that they had a lot of veteran players that, like, you know, they're going to make it work because they got a great coach. But I'm even more like sure like Pittsburgh's going to handle them. I think Baltimore, there's a little identity crisis going on, just like Philadelphia. They're not running the ball enough. They're not too sure what they want to do. Are they going to figure it out? Yes, but you got teams like New England. You got the Jaguars. You got these teams coming around the corner that you didn't think were going to be in the playoffs. They're taking somebody's spot.
Well, now all of a sudden, we're already a quarter through the season, and it's 1-4. You don't have time to figure it out.
No, I'm a Bengals fan. I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, you know what I mean? I know.
Y'all are chalk. Y'all are chalk.
Oh, no, we're not talking about the Bengals.
Burrow ain't coming back till December.
Nobody's talking about the Bengals.
He'll be gone until December.
Yeah, look at,
Hey,
let's just take a quick look.
Joe Burrow with his foot wrapped up, and John Harbaugh's holding his, or Jim, that's Jim, holding his helmet.
We're not going to talk about Joe, but Joe's going to be back. It's all good. I'm not worried about that.
We're
gonna get a high pick.
The Ravens they're so far behind the 8 ball. With all of these injuries, like there's no more time to figure it out. It's literally these guys have to get healthy, and we have to do what we've done.
Mm-hmm. The question is this: can the Ravens come back from this hole that they've dug themselves into with Lamar Jackson coming back in a few weeks? Will they be able to?
No,
that's the question.
They won't, because I don't think that they win so with either. Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I think they're going to lose every game. They're going to lose to the Rams. Who else do they have in their schedule? I know they have the Rams. I think it's in Baltimore. They're going to lose that game.
Well, they play the Rams next, and then they got the Bears.
The Bears?
When they get off the bye week.
The Bears.
And then they got the Dolphins right after that. So
okay, they might be okay. They might be okay.
So long as Cooper Rush is that quarterback, bro, I don't see it. I don't see it.
And they
especially against the Rams, you need Lamar back. They have in their
division as well. And the AFC hasn't come out hot. You got the Bengals that are, let's not talk about the Bengals. Right, you got the Bengals and the Browns. And then the Steelers.
Well, the Browns play everybody tough. That's what I'm telling you. The Browns play everybody tough. They're going to play them tough. It's an interdivision. And then you have the Jaguars that are coming on strong. You got the Patriots. And then you look at the AFC West. The AFC West is up for grabs.
What I'm saying, bro.
Think about the playoff spots that are getting filled in.
I've never been a huge Lamar Jackson fan because I don't believe he can ever come back from behind, and he needs a solid defense and a running game to help him win those games. But I'm going to go on record right now and say the Ravens are going to get into the playoffs.
They're gonna
come back. They're grinding right now. They're gonna overcome, and this spell right here is gonna make them a better team, and they make the playoffs.
And they make the playoffs
as a wild card. 4 losses already. Like
it's possible though.
Yeah, it's possible. Anything. Kevin Garnett said it best, right?
Yeah, anything is possible. Speaking of quarterbacks that are hurt right now, we're gonna shift over to the 49ers. It's a hot topic between me and Shane, and we're getting close to throw blows because I believe as a 49er fan, he feels that Brock Purdy is the answer. But I think he needs to accept that Mac Jones is going to be the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers like I predicted. He commands the offense. The game against the Rams, he looked like Joe Montana. Okay? He was throwing the ball everywhere. He is your best option. For you to think that Brock Purdy is a better option than Mac Jones, is that you're not seeing what's around the corner. I'm telling you, it's around the corner, and it's good for you. It's like medicine.
You're gonna be all right. On Mac Jones.
Yes, I'm sold on him.
Before Shane gets too into it, I think you're too quick to crown Mac, which I'm not saying I necessarily disagree with you, right? Because Shanahan did want to draft him, right? I believe Mac Jones can probably produce in the rain, in cold weather. Can Mac Jones probably produce a little bit better, right? A little bit more from, the offense? Yes. But my biggest thing is I think Shanahan got a lot of Sean McVay in him where he thinks, you know what? I just need a little bit more.
Yep.
I'm going to trade Jared Goff, who's won me a lot of games, for Matthew Stafford.
Level up.
I think Shannon has that in him to where, you know what?
He's not scared to pull the trigger.
I'm not afraid.
Hot hand.
It's not about the relationship. Brock Purdy, you're a great guy. But I just need a little bit more.
He's winning. He just got how big is his contract? He went from a guy that nobody knew. He got some money. That's good for him. But Mac Jones is who you need. I'm going to tell you right now, the 49ers and the Eagles, when it comes to situational football, and it's 3rd and 6, they're the only 2 teams in the NFL that run it on 3rd down. And they run it consistently. Why? They believe in the running backs more than the quarterback. That tells you a lot. Jalen Hurts, we don't want him throwing on 3rd and 6. He might throw an interception. But same thing with Brock Purdy. Hand it off to McCaffrey. Let's make it 4th and 1, 4th and 2. We know why the Eagles do it, because they're going to push Hurts in the butt. Brock Purdy, a little pitch to Debo back in the day. Now they get creative with McCaffrey. It's the coach that allows it to do it. They're going to run it on 3rd and 6. Other quarterbacks don't do that.
My point is this. It's not necessarily Mac Jones, but I do believe maybe after the season that he does something different. I think Mac Jones might be able to lead this team, right? Can he? Yes. But I'm talking about next year. You know what I'm saying? Where I think he might make a trade next year and go get himself someone who he thinks is going to go win him a Super Bowl.
I predicted that they were going to finish last in the division. They're moving up for sure. I'm ready to put them in the playoffs almost.
With Mac Jones.
Yeah, I believe in them in a playoff team with Mac Jones than not Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's not going to... I'm telling you, I see the script.
Wait, no, you're wrong there.
Brock Purdy's going to go back in there, and he's going to mess up.
It could be Jimmy G, and they'll go to the playoffs because of Robert Saleh, because of John Lynch,
Saleh's
because of Shanahan. It has nothing to do with who the quarterback is.
Mac Jones gives them more options to throw the ball. He's taller. Brock Purdy's short. Can't see over the line. It's true. His hands are not as big. Am I wrong?
Oh man, bro.
Are you wrong that
a lot
that Brock Purdy can't get into the playoffs? 100% you're wrong. Brock Purdy has got him to a Super Bowl.
No, 100%. But that team was different.
You know they had Robert Saleh, the D coordinator, and Fred Warner as the middle backer.
They had all those guys were in their prime.
But these guys are a little bit older now. It just sounds like it comes from it's coming from a fan who wishes they had a good backup.
No, we don't have a good backup. No. But the thing is, it's okay because your starter is the backup. That's why it was real easy to jump in because Mac Jones was able to say, "Hey, I'm just good as Brock Purdy," because the bar wasn't even that high to begin with.
No,
that's what it is.
I think Niners are just a solid team overall, where we can come together as a whole team and win again
because of your coach.
You're over here talking about Mac Jones. Yes, Mac Jones looked good. Don't get me wrong; he had great plays, but it's an all-around team effort. Like, who won us the game? The defense.
But what's going to happen when he struggles and they lose?
Who?
Brock Purdy. He's going to get back in there. He has a bad game. Let's say Mac Jones keeps tearing it up. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I mean, that's when that conversation will come up.
That's why the Americano, I'm telling you.
If Mac Jones keeps tearing it up, he's going back to the bench.
No.
As soon as Brock Purdy's healthy, and this is why, bro, money talks and bull walks.
If that was the case, they would have kept on playing Trey Lance.
And you know what's cool about it? There was no money there. By the time Brock Purdy comes back in.
Investment of a general manager. That's why he was good. They Brock Purdy, they put him in.
Plus he was hurt.
No.
He was hurt all the time.
That team is in dire need to win now because they have had an opportunity. Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Fred Warner, they're all older. Their time is now.
So then what do you do with Purdy?
Yeah,
he's going to go to the bench. I'm saying it is what it is. I'm talking about right here, right now.
Sure.
I'm not talking about next year. If you have an opportunity to win and Mac Jones is the hot hand, you roll with him. You roll with him.
To Purdy, bro.
You might as well just let him ride the bench and let him.
And throw Purdy in there and then maybe throw some interceptions and you lose the game.
But why do you think that Purdy's going to struggle that?
He's literally been in the league for 3-4 years.
He's been in the league for 3 years. And do you feel like he's getting better, or do you feel like he's pretty much the same, or like do you feel like what do you feel? Because he doesn't get any better. This is it. We've already seen his best. I'm pretty sold on that.
I mean, he got to a Super Bowl.
You can say that with a lot of quarterbacks. Yeah. You can say it with the best quarterbacks.
No, but Mac Jones gives them a different dimension. He commands the offense.
I've only seen this dude play for us for 3 games.
And he's only getting better every week.
Just like you're quick to crown Jordan Love, which I'm not on board with that.
I'm still good with that.
You're too quick to crown Mac Jones because Mac Jones has also shown us what he's about. And he's
never had a team like this.
So how about this?
Had a team
He's
like
got a great
this.
team. And what happens if Brock Purdy can't lead them?
He has. And why wouldn't he?
He has.
But what happens? Okay, what happens if Mac Jones just goes out and throws 3 picks or some crazy stat? You know what I mean?
Nothing.
What does that change for you?
That changes everything. But what I'm saying is that your guy is going to do that, and that's what's going to open the door for Mac Jones.
That can happen to anybody, bro. You can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
So see, but
I think you just don't like the Niners, bro.
No. Hey, I'm going for them. I want Mac Jones to be the quarterback, and then I'm like, hey, they're making the playoffs.
You want Mac Jones to be the quarterback. You're not going for the Niners. You want Mac Jones.
You know what it is? Is that these last several years, there's been a lot of people to tell the 49er fans that Brock Purdy is limited. He's not that good. Will you win a Super Bowl? And everybody gave the 49er fans crap for that. And what I'm saying is that, guess what? That's coming to the forefront now. Everyone was saying you couldn't win with them. And you know what? They got close. And you know what? I think that opportunity and that window has closed, and the new opportunity is Mac Jones, and you got to ride the hot hand. I'm telling you, Mac Jones commands the offense a lot better.
That's how you lose a locker room,
I don't
bro. You need loyalty.
I don't think a 3, 4, 5 game stretch is enough to close that window.
You got to make quick decisions when the season
people are just excited. You know what I mean? People are just excited.
Is some random dude.
I think Mac Jones, and he's shown that he could play before, and now he has a really good coach.
And I'm not saying he
had a good run with the Patriots in the beginning when he was young. His rookie season, and what happened? People adjusted to him. So what does he need? He needs a great offensive coordinator like Shanahan, and now he gets Kittle back. Let's see when Brock Purdy comes back. All I'm telling you is
Brock Purdy's gonna get Brandon Ayuk back. He'll get Pearsall back. We'll see him with his weapons. So that's if he continues to play the way he does. I think what's hurting Brock
Purdy is that the line doesn't hold up like it used to. And it's showing blemishes on him because he can't see. That's why the line is. And Mac Jones a little bit taller.
Mac Jones a little bit taller. But speaking of like Pearson Ayuk, when's Ayuk supposed to come back?
2 more weeks.
6, week 7, right? And probably coming up.
Stud wide receiver, right?
And
Kittle's supposed to be back too.
Let's talk about this too. Like if you're quick to claim Mac Jones as the next Joe Montana, Joe Cool, then we might as well just claim Kendrick Bourne as the next Jerry Rice.
Yeah. No. I'm just throwing Joe. He looked like Joe Montana. I'm not saying he is Joe Montana.
Kendrick Bourne looked like Jerry Rice.
Mac Jones went into SoFi, and even though it was a home game, and he just diced up the Rams. And the Rams defense,
he did good.
He did really good.
They look good, but I mean that's when you need your players to step up. That was an all-around team defense. So the defense looked solid. You see, all the rookies were stepping up. We've been. Alfred Collins, who you were pretty kind of like you were asking me about, he looked good.
I think it just always comes back to the money, bro. It is always going to come back to the money, and it's going to go back to Purdy.
Then you know what? Then that window's going to close again on them,
and it might.
That's why I think Mac Jones. But that at the end of the day, you feel like what I'm saying not going to happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. No percentage. Nothing.
I would put it
a percentage.
I would put it at 90 to 10.
90 to 10.
10%. Mac Jones is 10% is the guy who leads them to the rest of the year. 10%.
All right.
Yeah, he's not that much better than Brock Purdy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's how I feel about it. We're gonna move on because this is another great debate that I text you guys about. I think it was Tuesday. So. I've been watching a lot of Rams games. I feel that Puka Nacua is playing out of his mind. The man has 55 catches in 5 games, I believe. So that's 11 catches average, right? I'm ready to elevate him to top 3 receiver. And that got me thinking about who are the best receivers in the NFL. And in no particular order, we got Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nacua, and Justin Jefferson. If I said, give me the top 3 receivers in the NFL in no particular order, give me, and one of those guys don't make the list, who is it and why, why do you claim that? You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, no, I get it. So for me, top three right now, it's tough, man, because those are 4 dogs. And there's 4 dudes getting their money in 4 different ways. Okay. If you're going based off of this season, then there's an argument to maybe leave out CD and Jamar, right? Okay. But if we were going just based off this season, but if we're putting body of work.
Let me get a little more in depth. Okay. So when I broke this down, I thought to myself, they've all been in the league. I believe Justin Jefferson's been in the league the longest. I think he has 4 years. I think 5 years.
5, yeah.
And then Jamar's right after him, and then Puka's right there too.
Yeah. Well, the CDs.
And then CD's right there with Justin Jefferson, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the reason I put these guys together because every season they've been in the NFL, they've always elevated, they've always performed, they've always been one of the top receivers. And to me, it's because Puka's the new guy in the conversation. Mm-hmm. And I feel that Puka Nacua is, if I had to do the list, it's Jamar, it's CeeDee Lamb, and it's Puka Nacua. Justin Jefferson had a season where it dropped off a little bit for him last year. And it was a little... and I think Puka has shown nothing but consistency. And that's why Puka has jumped Justin Jefferson. So I'm looking at the whole body of work. Yeah. Everything.
Whole body of work. If you were to run the numbers up, run the totals up, Puka would still fall short. Puka was hurt last year, missed a big chunk, right? And all these guys have missed some time.
A little bit of time.
And obviously, 1 or 2 of these guys has a year or 2 over Puka. He's the youngest guy out of the bunch. So if you were just going based off of work and stats, Puka would be the odd guy out, just based off of numbers. Because he hasn't been in the league as long.
My bad. You also said something about
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, you were like, you rather add him over
Puka. If you were just going based off body of work,
then that means no Justin Jefferson either.
No, I would have JJ. So I'm not saying that.
Now you're trying to fit 5 guys in 3 slots.
I didn't put Amon-Ra in my top 3. I sent you a text.
Okay.
I sent the text out. You had to go find it.
Okay.
Amon-Ra wasn't in the 3.
You but just I know like Amon's better than Puka.
I had Amon-Ra above Puka. If we're just going based off body of work. But that's only because Puka hasn't been in the league as long.
I think Puka's just been dominating. And we can't ignore what he's doing.
And all of these guys have been consistent. And Justin Jefferson, even his down year. It was a little bit. It was still good. It was still good. Down year. Yeah. But then look at his rookie year. Look at his second year.
And then the quarterbacks that played with them, of course.
Like,
you know what I mean?
So I get that. So much more, in my opinion, with less at the quarterback spot. Jamar Chase, dog. He's got Joe Burrow. He's locked in. Set it and forget it.
And then this year's struggling, but he did go off yesterday.
He did. Amon-Ra St. Brown, if anything, has been the epitome of consistency.
But let's twist this up a little bit, though, right? If you were building a squad and you were the GM drafting this year, and all these guys are young, I might be throwing a little curveball out there when it comes to my top 3 because I'm going Jamar Chase, probably Justin Jefferson, and then Malik Neighbors. I like Malik Neighbors, especially if I'm starting a franchise. I understand that he has one rookie year, like season underneath his belt, and then this year he's out with a torn ACL. But if I'm drafting and I'm only drafting wide receiver, right? I'm going those 3 right there.
I like Amon-Ra.
I think building a team, I could see that, but there's just not enough body of work when it comes to right here, right now.
No, I think Malik Neighbors is an absolute animal.
This year, if only this year, don't even talk about the years past, then yes, Puka has a case of being the best in the league, and that includes Jamar Chase.
I think he's going to do a triple crown.
Because you got to, if you're going based off this year, you got to put everything into consideration. It's not Jamar Chase's fault that Joe Burrow got hurt.
Yeah.
Because if Joe Burrow's healthy, then we would all be saying Jamar Chase.
I think Jamar Chase is going to put up numbers like the way Justin Jefferson did last year. And I think what's crazy about Puka is that he might finish with like 160, 170 catches.
See, and
that's crazy.
And the other thing is like nobody's getting hyper targeted out of all these guys. Hyper targeted.
Puka.
Like Puka is, right? And that's what's the NFL's all about opportunity.
Yeah, but is it because his preparation during the week and getting open?
It's everything.
It's everything. You know, it's the work he's putting in.
If you had put Justin Jefferson on a squad with Matthew Stafford, is he not balling out and maybe taking those 15-yard gains for 60 to 70 because he's got that explosiveness that Puka might not have? Because Puka ran a 4.6 40, bro. Yeah. Let's keep it real. And those numbers matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
So let's give a little love to Matthew Stafford as well.
Matthew Stafford's a dog.
It's everything, right? Like each one of these receivers we just named, you just have to circle in opportunity, coach, scheme. Are they the one? Is there a 2 across from me? Like everything's got to go into factor, right? But no, Puka's a dog. Puka's a dog. But I'm not gonna forget who's been doing it the most consistent.
And then let's not forget about CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb's a top 3 guy for sure too.
Right.
I think you can't take CeeDee, and then him having Dak.
Yeah,
that's a big help
we saw it 2 years ago. CeeDee popped off for like what was it, 1,1700 yards, went off, and then Dak got hurt last year, right? And then what happened to CeeDee stuff? It all came down. Right, and that's what we're gonna see with Jamar. It's just gonna come down, right?
But it's still good numbers. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Still good numbers.
Yeah.
I to segue into something here. We're 5 weeks in now.
Mm-hmm.
MVP so far. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look at the camera right now, and I'm gonna let you guys know that I was wrong on Baker Mayfield. Right now, I'm wrong.
The dog, Baker.
Baker Mayfield is playing at an MVP level.
Jeez.
Dak Prescott is playing at an MVP level. I'm going to throw Jared Goff in there. I think he deserves some kind of, talk of being MVP. Is there somebody that I'm forgetting about, guys? Anybody off the top of your head I'm forgetting about?
NFC
no?
looks good with it.
Now, who's MVP? If those are the only 3, I just threw Jared Goff so we could throw a third one.
Sure.
But I think it's between Dak and Baker Mayfield. In fantasy... In reality, who do you want? Who do you want the rest of the way? Because I know you shared with me that you're looking to trade Dak Prescott.
I am.
And you're going to make a big move. because you want Jamar Chase in return, Breece Hall.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I need a number one wide receiver.
You need number one wide receiver.
And I've always loved Patrick Mahomes.
And you're gonna get Patrick Mahomes as well.
I love Pat Mahomes. I think he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. You could tell he came into the season a little bit leaner, right? Hungrier because nobody was talking about them. And I believe I chose them to win that division. You know, I love Andy Reid, their defense, Spagnuolo. Like, I think they got it going on, especially right now because they're kind of struggling through some suspensions, through some injuries. And I believe when it's all said and done, they might be there, right? But when it comes to MVP, I got to go with Josh Allen.
Okay, so we didn't bring up Josh Allen. So Josh Allen's MVP.
I got to go. I know they came off a loss.
They just came off a loss,
right?
Yeah.
They came off a loss. But what Josh Allen does, like the way he elevates the players around him, and to me, that's what a player does. When they're the MVP of your team, you know, he doesn't need anybody else.
He doesn't.
That Stephon Diggs, those numbers that Stephon Diggs got, it could have very well easily been, you know, Joe Schmo, because Josh Allen does that. He elevates his teammates.
He's good.
Josh Allen, to me, will be in that conversation.
So he's your vote right now, 100%. If you got to pick an MVP right now, I think I'm gonna be honest. It's Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
it is
wins and losses.
because the way he's won the games.
Okay, let me put it to you like this. Okay, let's. I'm gonna bring in a little NBA to kind of bring it home for the people.
Okay.
Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. Okay. In the NBA, probably about 10 years back, there was a Miami team led by LeBron James. And then there was a Chicago Bulls team led by Derrick Rose.
We can't have that conversation because I don't think the kids are ready to hear it.
I know.
You don't want me talking about LeBron and Michael Jordan.
Derrick Rose won that MVP that year over LeBron. Okay. LeBron's probably the best player in the NBA that season. Josh Allen's probably the best player in the NFL, pound for pound, this season, right? But Baker's that Derrick Rose.
New guy.
That Derrick Rose. Not, you know what I mean? Like, he's doing more for his team than the other guy, probably.
Well, he's a new face to the MVP, so it kind of pops a little bit.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not the it's D Rose who's literally just hanging everything out on the line, doesn't have, you know, maybe like the best supporting cast or whatnot. This dude just laying it all out there.
I think what helps him too is that I think we figured out already who's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah, because he looks like an absolute stud. He's going to get Mike Evans back. You know, he's got Godwin back. I think the number one thing that might hold them back is maybe they might not be able to run the ball as a team down, you know, because there's been times they haven't been able to run the ball. I noticed. I watched their games closely because, you know.
But you know what? Teams kind of sell out for certain things, right? They were trying to stop the run because they knew it was going to be Rachaad White back there, right? And look what happened. You know, Emeka burned them for 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. So now maybe next week it's going to be like, hey, let's stop him.
Give him the running game.
And now you got the running game. So, you know, it's give and take always.
Yeah. It's hard to, and especially when you're getting burned in the air like that.
If Baker can keep producing numerically, statistically, and their record is positive, which I think it will be, I wouldn't be surprised if Baker finishes it. But I think the NFL already has their face, you know, of the league.
Yeah.
Right. And it's Josh Allen. And don't get me wrong, Josh Allen's
So you're saying Baker's girlfriend ain't as pretty as Josh Allen's girlfriend. Is that what you're saying?
What about Justin Herbert's girl?
I plead the fifth.
I think that's what he's saying. It's just the face, right? It's the face of popularity. It's like, you know what? We have our guy, right? And it's always that guy's like, well, maybe he shouldn't have won it this year.
If both teams finish around the same record and numbers are around the same, they'll give it to Josh.
They'll give it to Josh. Because he's the face.
Even though we know that it belongs to Baker.
Because his girlfriend is pretty.
What happens?
That's the way it goes, baby. That's the life.
What if Lamar gets the Ravens into the playoffs? You think they'll give him that conversation? No, I'm just saying.
That sounds like he's on your fantasy team.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. You think
you brought up something
because he's the face of like the NFL in the way. So I feel like they'll give him like that.
We gotta get these NFL fans to fall in love with Baker, like the NBA fans did with D Rose, and be like, nah, there's a dog right here. You know what I mean? Let's give this guy his time.
So you're Josh Allen as well.
I honestly, like, if push comes to shove, and I'm putting money on it, I'm going Josh.
What are you doing?
I don't want it to be Josh.
I think I think it might be Dak too. I just think the NFL wants to give it to somebody new, maybe.
Because America's team, that's what we're saying along those lines.
They were going to give it to Dak a few years ago.
They're on commercials. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Baker has a lot to overcome. He can because he's doing it, and he's a dog, like us three said, right? But
you know how many times Drew Brees should have won an MVP, but he didn't because he was just playing with Tom Brady?
Ugly little dude, right?
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
The boot of America. Come on, man.
Hey, it's not over yet. You know what I mean? I'm giving Baker his due, but we'll see how the rest. It's 1/3 of the season done.
Yeah,
we'll see where we
I'm
end
pulling
up.
for him. I love. I
still like Atlanta. Atlanta looks good.
I hate Atlanta.
I think Atlanta has a lot of young players trying to prove themselves. I think their defense is young, athletic. I think, like I said, Kyle Pitts catches some balls here. Drake London, they can run the ball. Penix, he looks good sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't. The growing pains of being a young quarterback.
Yeah, but then the day you, as a quarterback in the NFL, you have to be consistent.
Yeah. You can turn around and give the ball to Robinson. Or you can just throw. He can erase things,
and that's fine. But at the end of the day, bro, and you can do that. But when you need him to make that easy throw out in the flats, you can't miss on the throws. And Penix is missing on those throws too often.
He cannot throw a 15-yard pass, but he can chuck it 45.
That's what I'm saying. Make the spectacular throw once or twice every game, but the consistent passes in the NFL, you have to make every time.
The 15-yard out to the right side of the field.
And he's not doing it yet, so no. I'm out on Atlanta.
28-3. That's all I got to say.
I'm out on that one.
28-3. Wait,
is that who you guys are facing this week?
No. We haven't played them yet, but 28-3. Chris Ayala, are you listening? 28-3.
Little fantasy.
Get you one.
Little fantasy banner there. I like it.
Speaking of fantasy, there's been a tight end that has emerged in the fantasy community named Darren Waller. What is your thoughts on Darren Waller? It sounds like he's going to be a starter for a lot of teams because, as we all know, the tight end position is very slim. Not a lot of options. A lot of 5 points, 7 points.
Yeah.
Waller has touchdown upside. What do you think?
And the thing is, with the tight end, you can actually take a chance, right?
Yeah.
With the tight end. It's like, why not? What do I have to lose? He might give me 2 touchdowns.
You know what's weird about him is that he stepped away from the game and then he came back. Yeah. And then I heard he had a divorce.
Well,
I'm starting to think, did he have a relapse? Like, what happened here?
This is the thing. He divorced his toxic WNBA wife. Get that WNBA stuff out of here, bro. And Kelsey Plum's a dog. Hey, shout out to you. I'll still probably beat you 1-on-1. Only just because you're probably still smaller than me.
So she was just toxic.
It's a WNBA, bro. Come on.
Man, you heard it here first.
Irrational and unrealistic. Pay me more, but there's nobody in the stands.
He got rid of her. He got his mind right. You know what? His body's right. Plus,
he got better. Morgan Wallen. He got better.
Plus, opportunity was knocking with that Tyreek Hill injury. So guess what? That opened up more targets, right? Big body, big tight end. You could either put his hand in the dirt, put him out in the slot. All of a sudden, he's a mismatch for these linebackers, these smaller safeties. Dude could still run. He's still in shape.
Yeah, he's still young too.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you some hot ones real quick. I'm gonna point at you. You give it to me. Yeah or nah? Would you start him over Laporta?
Yes.
No. Would you start him over Njoku?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's an easy one.
That's an easy one.
Yeah,
that's easy. Okay,
all
right.
You take the upside there.
Do you start him over? What's a good one? Give me one more. What's a good one? Do you start him over that? Well, Hunter Henry's pretty consistent.
Well, okay.
Hunter Henry's pretty consistent.
The dude you just talked about right now, Kyle Pitts.
No, Kyle Pitts. You start him. You start Waller. Kyle Pitts has a lot of yardage, but he doesn't get in the end zone, bro. He'll catch like 80 yards. And that's it on 4 catches.
But that's my thing too with me choosing to start Waller over Sam Laporta, and it's opportunity. Who's the number 2 now in Miami?
It's him.
It's Waller.
But that offense in Detroit's crisp.
There's 5 mouths to feed. You don't know if it's a Laporta week. You don't know if it's a Jameson Williams week. You don't know if it's a Monroe.
But you know what's coming. But you know what's coming.
But let me ask you, and this is something I can't get over when it comes, when it comes to Waller's. Something he said as a football coach, right? Where the Giants were asking him to get in the backfield and sometimes block a linebacker or sometimes, pass block or do something. And he's like, no, that's not me. I wasn't.
That's like asking me to get on a
I'm not going to sacrifice
diet,
for my squad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I can't get over that. And teammates remember that kind of stuff. Like, oh, you're You're not willing to do the dirty work, but you want the touchdowns? I don't know, bro. That lives in the back of people's minds sometimes, bro.
And I feel like he's going to have a good season the rest, and I'm going to start him over Sam Laporta. I just feel like he's going to, the volume, for sure. The volume's there. That's why I threw that Laporta thing. That was like,
that was a good one because
that's where I'm at.
A lot of people drafted Laporta
high,
6th round, 7th round, 5th round. You know, oh no. What about the Browns rookie running back? What's the vibes on him right now?
Sean Judkins is a beast,
which is crazy because everybody was hyped on Henderson. I noticed Henderson Gibbs was starting to get reps over.
Quinshawn just had that legal issue that set him back.
And now he's good?
But this is the other thing too. I don't know if I said it here or I might have said it to Omar off camera, but like they also drafted another dude, Dylan Sampson, out of Tennessee.
And he was looking cool too.
Oh, his week 1 was money.
Yeah, everybody went to the waiver wire.
Back, that HN.
He's little.
Yeah, little.
Speaking of little, Dylan Gabriel is little.
They gave him like a whole drive, bro. That would look crazy. I was like, man.
Sampson's a dog too, right? So all of a sudden now Cleveland's got this 1-2 punch, maybe their little version of Gibbs, David Montgomery. But Gibbs is a guy you don't have to come off the field.
Hey, but fantasy purposes, right? Quinshawn Judkins, by the way, he's nice. I drafted him and had to drop him because I didn't know if he was going to play. And either way, right? But Trayvon Henderson, he hasn't even gotten an opportunity.
Yeah. But he got dropped to the 3rd string. Gibson started getting reps, and then they gave him reps.
But Gibson just tore his ACL.
Yeah. Right?
So now he's back up. He's back up again. He's the number 2 there. And I think he's going to, bro. Trayvon Henderson is too explosive, and eventually they're not going to be able to keep him off the field.
Yeah.
And he will get his opportunity. It might be too little, too late though. When it comes to fantasy,
I maybe not because we've seen Ramondre shoot himself in the foot, and this is 2 years in a row where this guy's having fumble issues.
But K-Mac, he did it last week. 2 weeks ago, he fumbled twice, and they still going to Ramondre.
But these were like short yardage situations, like touchdowns. Like Ramondre, fantasy wise, had a big week, but these were short yardage TDs. But I still think that there's room. There's still enough meat for Trayvon to eat and then potentially take over.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I like him.
Opportunity.
Another guy I want to touch on real quick. I want to talk about Diggs. Diggs has emerged as, I think, flex, and I think it's going to creep his way up to being a wide receiver too. I think Drake May, which we predicted on the show, is going to be a stud, which he is. The Patriots are only going to get better. I'm going to throw it out there. I think Diggs is going to finish the year as a top 10 wide receiver in fantasy.
I feel like he should have been starting.
Do you feel like I'm full of it?
I feel like he should have been starting this whole time.
I mean, PPR.
No, I don't think people were starting him this whole time.
At least as a receiver 3.
No.
I did because some of my teams weren't so great, right? But I had Stephon Diggs starting this week in one league. But Stephon Diggs in a PPR league is going to produce, right? There's not very many options there. I think Drake May is starting to... there's a level of trust they're building with Stephon Diggs. But you know what was crazy about Stephon Diggs? Did you see him almost breaking down at the end of the game last night when they were interviewing him?
Well, bro, they interviewed him before the game, and he was
this man was about to tear up, and I could tell. I was sitting there watching with my family, and I said, you know what? They keep asking him questions. I think they want him to tear up. Like, this dude was emotional about going back and playing in Buffalo and getting the win. Like, you know what? I like seeing that from Stephon.
He's acting right now. He's not. You know what? He's grown up. I think he says. Well, I mean,
because of the kid with Cardi,
he's growing up. You know what it is?
Because it was the 3rd kid.
What about the stuff that happened on the boat? Remember what happened on the boat? Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
Somebody was handing somebody something on the boat, and then he got Carly B pregnant. I think he finally saw the light and realized, you know what? The NFL style is not for long if you keep doing stupid stuff. He wants to count those checks. Yeah, so now he's playing in line.
I think Diggs has always had that dog in him. Even when he was back in Maryland, he came out like a 3rd round, 4th round pick, right? Like
he's always been solid.
Minnesota.
Little chip on his shoulder.
Like we saw it, and it hurts my heart to still even bring it up. But like he had made that crazy catch against the Saints in the playoffs.
In the game.
In the playoffs,
which is a lucky catch.
Sure.
That was
but then we saw him in Buffalo in the playoffs when they lost to the Chiefs.
He's good.
And he stood out there and watched the Chiefs celebrate. Right, and then everybody asked him, "Why'd you stay out there? The rest of your team was in the locker room." He's like, "I want to know what that feels like." You know what I mean? Like
he's not gonna feel it in New England.
He's got passion,
but they're gonna win a Super Bowl. But I'll tell you what, he saw the light and he's playing at a high level again. Yes. And I think he's going to get a lot of opportunities and he's going to be a top 10 receiver with the Patriots.
Top 10 is kind of crazy.
No. Trust me.
I could see him finishing around top 22, 20.
Well, you know what? Where he was drafted, you're winning.
You're coming up.
Yeah.
Right?
1,000. We all can agree on that. But I think he's going to excel even more.
Yeah, his ADP.
I was hoping I was going to snag him late,
with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, so that's why I just wanted to bring him up because, it was an emotional interview. And before we get into the picks, I wanted to go over the Raider segment with O. I know the Raider fans want to hear how you feel.
No bueno.
We could touch on this real quick.
Let's be real quick about this.
Yeah, let's be real quick.
There's some anger up and out.
Yeah, I heard a lot earlier, and I don't think you want to hear the unedited version. So we're gonna give it. He's Geno Smith just threw another interception right now. Another one.
Man, you know what? And I'm not even tripping on Geno Smith. My thing is, what's Pete Carroll doing? You know, we have an amazing offensive lineman in JPJ. You know, he hasn't playing guard, should be playing center, you know. We'll know at the end of the season what really happened with JPJ, right?
There's
something's going on. But then
you also brought up the Jermaine Pratt thing. I thought that was so. Let the listeners know.
Today. So, you know, they asked him after the game, hey, what's up with Jermaine Pratt?
The middle linebacker.
Oh, we decided he plays strong side backer, right?
My bad.
What's up with Jermaine Pratt? Oh, we decided to go with the other guys. Okay, which would be Jamal Adams, his old safety, who's playing linebacker, which I like, gave us a little spark. But let's keep it real. It's the NFL. You got to have a body with some size when you're playing linebacker in that box. Jermaine Pratt, which is something, dude, I was. And you being a Bengals fan, right? Jermaine Pratt came from the Bengals.
Tackles.
That is who I wanted.
Yeah, he's physical.
Before we signed him, I want Jermaine Pratt.
The
dude had 25 tackles in 4 games, balled out. You know, he never fell asleep, always did his job. And today we cut him. We released Jermaine Pratt, the best linebacker on our team. What is going on?
Something is happening with the Raiders eternally, like inside within them, like their team and their organization that we can't see because they're 1-4.
They got the running game going with Ashton Genty finally, right? And to me, you think it's a coincidence starting JPJ all of a sudden, right? Move him over to center, and that might even double in production. But who am I to say? So at least they did that. But sticking with Geno Smith too, that late in the game after all those turnovers, that doesn't make any sense to me, right? Like something isn't right. Is he just too old? You know, sometimes, like we say with running backs, or they hit that 30-year. Like you're 30 years old, you're done. Hey, Pete Carroll, you're 70-something years old. Like, are you done? Is it time? I don't know. I hate to say it, but something is not right.
Yeah, something's because
we went into New England, right? Probably the toughest team we've played all year.
And they played everybody tough.
Went into New England and beat them, right? We all bought in and said, you know what?
And then they fell off. And then what happened after that? That's why it's within the organization. Something's going on. Somebody don't like somebody.
Chargers exposed them or not?
No, the Chargers got their own issues.
The
Chargers have injuries. But it's more of like, yes, they're not all buying in, which was crazy because after that first win, the locker room was all hyped up. And then what happened?
Well, I and I ain't trying to throw no shade, bro. Like, O's my boy. I got a lot of Raider fans out there. Like, week 1, you always take that week 1 with the grain of salt.
We did it last year against the Ravens.
Okay.
We beat them.
Sure.
Yep.
Always take week 1 with a grain of salt. Okay, because film, like that's last year's film.
The Raiders are teasers?
Like I wasn't a believer in the Raiders. Just keep it a buck. I'll be honest, I wasn't even a believer in the Saints this year. Yeah, we got a dub, but like it is what it is, right? Like I don't think that there's the right people, whether that's on the field or in the front office.
Brock Bowers is more hurt.
That hurt them.
People are leading on. He's hurt.
That's Brock not being there hurt him a lot, right? Because we've heard this before too. Like Omar said, like and I've said it too. That's their option 1, receiver or tight end, regardless of what he's playing. Right. You take him off the field.
And no Meyer, Meyer was out too.
Yeah. Out. There's not too many people that you're worried about.
And the biggest thing we got to overcome is our culture. We're going on 22 years of losing.
Yeah.
You need a quarterback.
Losing. To break that culture, right? In an organization, that's not easy to do, man.
And I think that culture, like obviously like a coach has a lot to do with it, but do we have the bodies in the locker room that are bringing these guys together? Because like at the end of the day, coaches coach and players play. And those coaches aren't in the locker room post game. They're going back to their coach's office or whatever, and they're cutting up film, talking about whoever, charting players, who are we keeping this week, who are we bringing up from the practice squad. Those players are the ones in the locker rooms talking to each other, you know. But who's rallying them? You know, like, do we have those type of guys?
Are we ready to?
Leader?
A leader, yeah.
Are we ready to sign off on them and just kind of they're going to finish with 7 wins this season?
Seven. Oh, I hope. No way. No. I hope we finish with about 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want the Saints to win this week.
See, I can't do that. I can't do that. I have to cheer for my team no matter what. I feel like that. You got to build the culture somewhere.
Well, that's because of something, though, Adam. Because you have a quarterback. Although he's been out 25% of his games, I get that. But you have a quarterback.
And a receiver.
We don't have a quarterback.
I get it.
We need a quarterback. If you didn't have a quarterback, you'd be doing the same thing we're doing.
We have the cornerstones already.
Yes.
Right.
We just need to fill in the blanks. Yeah, 100%. I get that. So that's the Raider
different
talk.
perspectives.
Yeah.
Different perspectives.
But like I said, like originally, I was like 7 wins. Gentie's not going to play a lot. I think they're done. I think that division's starting to shape up. It's a 3-team race. It's the Broncos with the big win this week. I don't know if we want to touch on that real quick, but the Broncos did look good. They went for 2. Sean Payton's the man. Their defense looked good. Jalen Hurts did exactly what I thought he does. You know,
I was high on the Broncos coming in this year. I like what they can do on both sides of the ball. Yes, Bo Nix's been a little inconsistent. I still like that defense. I think if you're going based off of a 1-week sample and you're using this game, we can see the coach make up for what they lacking at QB, right?
I think the Chargers losing their left tackle and then losing their right tackle that could play left tackle is huge. And I don't know if they're going to be able to recover from this.
And they just lost Hampton.
And Hampton, yeah. And is Alt coming back? Or is that?
It was a high ankle sprain. Normally that's
4 weeks, 5 weeks.
5 weeks. I think they put him on IR, right? But that's not easy to overcome.
The Broncos should be able to make a run on that and kind of with the Chiefs. But I'm not counting out the Chargers because they have Justin Herbert. They have an elite quarterback.
Bo Nix ain't that guy.
How much have the Eagles lost on that O-line from last year?
They lost one guy.
They lost Mekhi Becton.
And they lost, and then 61 got hurt. Dickinson.
Okay.
He's been in and out. He's hurt. Something's plaguing him.
Yeah.
I can clearly see it. They're not running the ball for a reason.
Yeah, but we've seen it since week 1. Like Saquon, a lot of people drafted Saquon in fantasy number 1 overall, number 2 overall. We're not seeing Saquon of last year.
Yeah, right? But you know what, Carl? I wonder because I stayed away for Saquon, but not for that reason, but because I thought that they would try to save him after running him the way they did last year. I said, you know what? They're going to try to take their foot off the gas a little bit, right? And try to save them because I think they kind of realize, hey, this is the way to win the Super Bowl is to run the ball and play defense. So I have a feeling that they might be doing that. I'm not sure. Well, I do agree that their O-line ain't what it used to be, right? I'm wondering if that's what they're doing, trying to play the long game.
And they
did it last year.
Very well might be doing that. Well, last year they were just riding that horse.
They rolled
all the way to the end.
Now
but they started off slow, the Eagles last year.
But hey, dude, that's a beating you take. 2,000 yards in the NFL, that's not easy to recover from.
That's why I thought they were going to use Shipley. That's why I brought up Shipley in the beginning. Like, they're going to use him. They're going to kind of, but they're just at a point right now. Like, A.J. Brown was crying about not getting the ball, and they were 4-0. Like there's once again turmoil within the team, and it's starting to leak out a little bit.
Yeah, all that talk about team first, and I don't care as long as they're winning, man. That's out the window.
They want their feria.
Tom Brady is the only man that has shown me over
That's why he's the
my
GOAT.
years, right? That has shown me, you know what? I'll take a pay cut, and I get it. Everybody's gonna say, "Oh, his wife made a lot of money. Oh, his this made a lot." But listen,
so he's a
Tom
playboy.
Brady took huge. We're talking about $20 million a year pay cuts.
He's getting it back though.
You know what I'm
saying? It was a smart move, long term, to be a winner, to be called the GOAT.
But the thing is this: nobody has that vision that he did, and that's why he is who he is. Like you're saying,
become a legend.
Point.
Tom Brady's the only one that has ever talked about it, right, and been about it.
That's right.
In my book.
Yes, you're right. You're very right. But Tom also didn't start doing that until that dude got 3 rings on one hand.
Right?
Well,
but the thing is this.
So
he knew he was going to stay up there. He took a little bit of money.
But at what point it's like where we're not chasing rings so much, but you're still an elite player. But maybe the whole ring chasing thing isn't like it just flips. It's like, okay, if I want to keep taking rings, I use what Omar's talking about, where these other guys are like, dude, I don't have money or rings. And it's a lot harder for me to go and get a ring than it is for me to go and get a bag.
It comes down to what you want. Do you want the legacy or you want the money? There's a way to have both long term, and that's what Tom Brady figured out. He's like, hey, because he's still relevant, he's still out there, he's still, making moves. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's Tom Brady. He's marketable. And he knew that as well. Yeah. But that's
commentating too. That contract they gave him.
Yeah.
Let's do the rundown of the games. Give me the Thursday game. Let's go. Thursday game is Philadelphia at New York. I've always been on the Giants about having a good defense. I don't know what the spread is, but I think the Giants are going to give them a good game. I think the Eagles are going to get them at the last second. I like the Eagles. What do you like?
Well, I'm taking the Eagles. I don't think Jackson Dart can play that defense.
There's no way.
Play up to win.
You
that
got Eagles too?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close.
I would
not be surprised.
Yeah, 7.
I would take the Giants. I would take the Giants in the points.
Phillies by 7 by 7.5.
Okay. I would take the Giants in the points. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be their front 7 is good. That's going to be probably one of the best games in the trenches all year when it comes to offense versus defensive line. And the Eagles need a bounce back. And the Giants are still healthy up front.
Well, if we're going off the ESPN lineup and we're talking about the D line, the next game, Patriots versus Saints. That New Orleans Saints offense handled New York. 0 sacks.
Well, Dart kept on fumbling the ball though.
No. I'm talking about the defense. The defensive
they were
line.
putting them in hard.
They're handling the defense that you're
what
talking
offense?
about.
The Saints offensive line.
Offense handling the
handled the Giants. 0 sacks.
The Giants offense kept on putting them in bad positions. That's what happened.
Giants were up 14-0.
They were, and then they started fumbling the ball, giving the ball
At that point, you pin your ears back and you're going after Rattler.
Just watch the Giants. The Giants are that team that come in and just.
I was surprised you guys made the comeback. I was like,
just saying that the Saints won that game.
Pone atención en los Giants. I'm telling you, they're gambling. They'll break your heart.
It's a division game. Division game. It'll be a good game.
The next game, Patriots Saints. New England's favored by 3.5. It's in the dome.
I like the Patriots.
Yeah,
I like the Patriots. Give up the points. You're good. I think I'm good on that one. I think everybody here is pretty much in the same.
Yeah. I think the Saints cover.
You think the Saints cover?
How many points?
3.5.
I'm taking the Patriots.
Patriots on that. That's a good one.
What's the next one?
You got Cleveland Browns versus Steelers.
Cleveland Browns.
And they got Steelers 4.5.
I think the Browns are going to cover. I think the Browns have a good team, good enough to cover. Dylan Gabriel looks like, man, I hate the little quarterbacks, man. I just hate it. I saw him shaking Carson Wentz's hand. I woke up to that on Sunday morning, and I'm like, dude, what? He's 5'9". Carson Wentz is like 6'4", shaking his hand at the end of the game, and it doesn't even look right. It looks like, like he's with his kid or something. But anyways, they do have Myles Garrett. The game is going to be close. The Browns are going to cover. I like the Browns to cover, but
yeah, I'm taking the Browns coming back from London, long trip, right? Shorter week to prep. I'm gonna take the Steelers to win that game, but it's gonna be close, man. It's a dogfight between those division games.
Steelers to win.
Steelers win. Give me the next one.
6:30 game will be Broncos versus Jets, and they got the Broncos 7.5.
I like the Broncos, but the Jets too. The Jets.
They play solid.
I love the Jets. I love them. I feel like they've played tough games. I know Justin Fields. I think the Jets are going to win. I think the Jets are going to win.
Because I agree with you.
I think so. I think Breece Hall totes the ball well. Garrett Wilson plays good, even though Justin Fields. And then what does Justin Fields do good?
Run.
He causes headaches. And I think the Broncos are going to put pressure on him. He's going to get out of the pocket. He's going to buy some first downs, and the Jets get their first win. I could see that happening in London. Jets money line.
I'll take the Jets. For all the reasons.
I'm telling you, man.
Opposite.
I'm telling you, the Jets are good, man. They're good. Give me the next one.
Patrick Surtain's shutting down Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, which is fine.
And Fields ain't going to do enough.
No, Fields is.
Oh, so you're not taking the Jets.
He's taking the Broncos.
I'm taking the Broncos.
You're taking the Broncos.
Yeah. I think the Jets are good. I think the Jets are cool. I think they're going to crash that pick 7, bro. I think the Jets are going to crash the pick 7.
As their record says.
Game that Broncos.
I'm going with the Jets as upset. What's the spread there?
7.5.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the Jets.
I take the Jets money line.
But give me the points though. Give me the points. I don't know about the upset.
Cue
7.5 is a lot.
music.
Yeah.
But give me the Jets with the points.
Give me the next one.
Chargers versus Dolphins. Chargers 5.5.
I take the Chargers and I give up the 5.5. I think the Chargers bounce back. I think Hardball finds a way to win this game. This game's in Miami.
Yeah.
And at what time is the game?
10.
Okay, this is something that happens in Miami in these early windows around week 6 or 7. This will probably be the last game. Sometimes the sun beats down on that bench. And I mean, from them coming from all the way from LA to Miami, I temper my expectations now. I want to say Miami is going to cover. They're going to cover the 5.5. That's what I think the Chargers win. But I would take Miami in the points. That's what I'm saying, because there's something about that stadium when it's a game like that, when the sun's coming.
What ends up happening like these chips, bro, right? It gets crispy on that sideline, my boy. Right?
It gets real crispy.
Like chips, holler.
Let me know.
I'm taking Miami to upset the Chargers. Man.
Otro, you're going for big money this week.
I'm going with Miami.
You're going for Miami too, huh?
Yeah.
No. Who do you like?
Well, I'll take Chargers over there.
I think the Chargers win.
I just feel like there's too much with the Hampton and the Alt injury now. I think that's gonna be rough.
Hardball has a whole week to prepare for this. He's gonna make sure they're good.
It's not easy. It's not easy to win in Miami, bro. Traveling across the country,
it sucks. It sucks. That's why I think the 5.5 is cool. That's a lot of points.
If and you can get it at 5.5, what are you on right now?
ESPN.
ESPN? Oh, okay. Maybe mine has it updated. I got 4.5 right here. But
see, it's
if
going
you get
down.
it at 5.5. Get it at 5.5.
Yeah, take it. Give me the next one.
Rams versus Baltimore. Rams 7.5.
Rams 7.5. I think you take Baltimore. You don't mess around with the 7.5. Because
where's it at?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
No, I think you take the Rams to cover that, bro.
No.
We saw
Rams
Houston
should blow them out.
Houston demolish that.
I think Hardball. I believe in the Hardballs. But not to make it competitive. At least to make it competitive.
Nakua and Devontae, they're going to pick apart.
Rush's starting quarterback.
They're going to pick apart that whole defense.
Sooner or later, that locker room has to look at themselves and ask themselves, hey, do they have any pride?
If Lamar don't play,
that's the Ravens. You
know
what I mean?
If Lamar don't play, there's no chance.
And I hate them.
If Lamar don't play,
there's no chance, right? I'm with you there, but that's too many points. I'm taking the Ravens with the points there at home.
Like I said, I'll take them to cover.
Were they at home this last game though?
Yeah, against CJ Stroud.
See?
Yeah, it's just not happening 2 weeks in a row. It's not happening 2 weeks in a row.
I can see that too. All right, give me the next one.
Arizona versus Colts. Indianapolis Colts, and they got Indianapolis 5.5.
I think the Colts win easily. I think
that defense.
What happened to Arizona this last game
rough
is bad, and that hurts really bad when you lose like that.
Hey, the worst thing that happened in Arizona, and I don't think it's getting enough coverage. Did you see Gannon flip out on that poor kid? And dude, I think he punched him in the gut.
Yeah. Gannon.
Why are they, dude? The head coach after DeMarcado was 80-yard run. Drops the ball before he gets in the end zone, right? Terrible.
I saw that.
He comes off the sideline, the chips, right? And
which you can find at Sierra Foods Center in Dainuba.
Hey, he's got the big offensive tackle, you know what I mean? Hey, it's gonna be okay, young running back. And Gannon comes over flipping out and strikes him in the gut, like he hit him. People aren't talking about that enough, man. Bro, that wasn't cool.
I saw that. And as a grown man, bro, Jonathan Gannon's lucky he didn't get pieced up by DeMarcado.
Agreed.
Like, I get it. Yeah, this dude just made the biggest blunder you can make, right? Yeah. Just giving up points.
What your boy did the week before.
Adonai Mitchell.
What's the first thing you teach your kids? Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And as a coach, look, bro, I get it. You're the head coach of an NFL team. You ain't in that weight room moving 300 pounds, dude. Know your role.
Yeah, he should never hit him. He should never done that. He's lucky he didn't get slapped up.
It was bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It was bad. You'll see.
And you know what's gonna happen, and it might not come out right. Like, I guarantee this is gonna make its way through the social media ranks and whatnot. I guarantee Jonathan Gannon brings DeMarcado in there, and that man apologizes. I guarantee. We'll never hear about it, but I promise you that's
going to happen behind closed doors, huh?
Yeah.
I need to check that out. Mm-hmm. Give me the next one, Sugar.
Oh, I got
Tennessee.
the Colts.
Oh, you got the Colts?
Yeah.
Same here. Yeah,
you got Seattle versus Jacksonville.
That's going to be a good game. Where's it at?
Jacksonville, 1.5.
Oh, man, give me Seattle all day. That's a lock. Seattle wins that. Put all your money on that.
Yeah, Seattle.
Oh, bro. Dude, Jacksonville's coming off this high, and they're not who they think they are right now. Okay. Speaking of Dennis Green in Arizona, listen, homie. Seattle wins this game in a lock handily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Puts it down. I cannot.
The Jaguars are the real deal, bro.
A real deal. What does that mean? What does that mean?
That they're gonna win their division. I think they're gonna. And what I'm trying to say is like games like this, they're gonna. Where's the game? They're going into Seattle.
In Jacksonville.
No, it's in Jacksonville. They're fine, bro. They're gonna win. They can run the ball.
Don't matter.
They're good at everything on defense. They're turnovers.
Seattle's better on defense.
I don't know.
Seattle's better on offense.
Defense.
Baker Mayfield lit them up.
They run the. Yeah, because Baker Mayfield's an MVP candidate, right? Right? Seattle runs the ball better. Seattle plays better defense. And I think Seattle has a better quarterback.
No.
And,
Jaguars win again.
And a better receiver.
Jaguars win again.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, holla.
Top 5.
How many yards does he have?
500 and like
more
42.
than the 300 you said.
I don't have 300.
He said 7. He said 7.
I said 800.
I keep dropping it. I keep dropping
Go
it.
back to episode 5. I said 800.
No way.
No, we had to push you to say 800.
It was 7.
Give me the next one.
I can't believe
300.
Dallas Cowboys versus Carolina in Carolina.
Dallas. Easy. I don't even need to hear the points. Just take Dallas money line.
Well, it is Dallas. Minus 3.5.
Yeah, Dallas.
I'm going with the boys. That's
a slam dunk.
Yeah, that's a whatever game they would kind of like walk over.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Hey, Rico Dowdle showed out, bro.
Sell him now.
Who cares about Rico Dowdle, bro?
200 yards. Somebody cares. Somebody started him in their fantasy
That's called
league.
the fluke.
Sell him now.
That's called a sapo. That's a sapo.
200 yards in the NFL ain't no sapo. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's going to do it again.
He's going to have 30 yards next week, bro.
You got to put respect against the Cowboys.
All right.
Well, I'm willing to take that.
69.
Maybe. 68. Maybe not. But you know what? Just because you said that, I'm going Panthers.
No.
I'm going Panthers. Rico Dowdle, show up for me, boy.
Tetero,
come on, hey, Bryce Young.
Hey, they released.
Let it rip.
They released Rico Dowdle.
Shout out to the little guys. Let's go, Bryce.
Yeah, this is a vengeance game.
Yeah,
vengeance
Rico
game.
Might have to go up.
Yeah, that's the bad.
You guys been watching too much Avengers.
Maybe not, but I'm going Carolina.
Anyone you go for
Wakanda,
you gotta.
Nah, man.
Dallas.
Give me the next one.
Next game.
Tennessee versus Vegas in Vegas.
Tennessee.
Vegas. They got Vegas.
I'm
winning.
gonna recuse myself from this.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley. There's been a Calvin Ridley sighting.
I think Tennessee's gonna win that one. Sorry about it, but yeah.
Dude, Stevie didn't
I
turn
think
on the
Cam
air.
Ward.
It's hot in here,
I'm
bro.
It's a little warm.
Yeah,
Stevie, when you're editing this, it's hot. Turn on the air, bro.
Bright House Productions.
The chips are sizzling.
Hey, but I'll tell you right now, dude, we might end up doing something crazy because it's always like the Brett Favre game where he threw how many touchdown passes against us in that one game where his father had passed away, right, or something like that. They always do it to us, bro. Jonathan Taylor should have had 5 touchdowns against us, but I think the Colts took it easy. Gave it to the backup once, but I see Cam Ward coming out, and because he showed up at the end of the game, I see Cam Ward coming out and just carving us up.
Yeah, I think Oakland bounces back. I think Oakland bounces back.
I hope
Tennessee
you're right.
money line.
Oh, good.
That's simple.
I hope you're right.
Those are the simple ones. Take them. They're easy. They're layups.
I'm going Tennessee.
Give me the next one.
Cincinnati versus the Packers.
Packers,
bro. Packers.
Hey, Packers minus 14 and a half.
Hey, take the points too, bro. Take the points.
Come on.
All I'm gonna say is touch on the Bengals real quick. Is that it's bad.
Real bad.
Get a quarterback.
It's getting to a point where like I don't think we have a game plan. I feel like we should have traded. For Jameis Winston several weeks ago, so he could be up to speed currently right now.
Yes.
Jake Browning looks scared. He looks nervous. I think his girl left him at this point.
Ooh, probably. She ain't getting put on the jumbotron.
You know she don't like that.
No.
She's over there with Baker Mayfield, side chick. You heard it here first.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's bad. Fantasy wise,
Packers coming off of back-to-back losses.
Yeah, they're going to come over here. And
they're going to put it to him.
What kind of value, real quick? Let's touch on real quick. Watson.
Christian Watson,
receiver,
coming off the
IR. What's our feeling on him?
So Christian Watson,
quick breakdown.
Christian Watson's always been a touchdown guy, like a long ball touchdown guy.
I notice he never catches the ball though. Guy can get open.
He got some drops and he's always hurt. Right?
Yeah, so
you can take a flyer,
roster him for sure though.
Yeah, if you have an IR spot, throw him on there.
Yeah,
right. Bench him for a week, see what happens. If he hits, maybe you flip him. Right.
Yeah,
you come up on somebody.
All right.
Take a flyer. Any of those Green Bay Packer receivers can pop off. They got 5.
Real quick, Bengals over under wins. Do you feel like they're going to win 6 games?
No,
absolutely not.
6
games? No.
What number? Give me a number.
You guys are lucky at 2
4.
right now, but
we're lucky at 2 right now.
Win 4.
Yeah, how many wins you got right now?
They got 2 right now. They got lucky at 2. That's why I said they're lucky. They're at 2.
4 is the stretch, in my opinion.
Wow. All right.
Oh, wow.
Tough room. Wow.
Keeping it real. We're just realists, baby.
Okay.
That's it.
I thought, yeah. All right, next game. Enough of that.
Detroit versus the Chiefs. And they got Kansas City winning that.
Ooh, game of the week.
One and a half.
Where's it at?
Oh, Sunday night.
In Kansas City.
Sunday night.
Okay.
I'm going Detroit.
Of the week. Ooh.
I'm going Detroit, and I'm going Williams anytime touchdown.
J-Mo?
Yeah, he hasn't scored in a while. I think he's about to go off.
Okay.
This is the week that he gets 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Anytime touchdown on him. I just feel it. It's here.
Okay.
Nice week to have Jared Goff and Amon
I like
Ra.
the Lions to just run the ball down the Chiefs' throat.
Is Rashee Rice coming back this week?
It's la otra semana. It's the next week.
Next week.
It's la semana.
Okay, yeah, I'm going Detroit.
I think Detroit's going to run all over him.
I'm going to take Spagnuolo's defense to shut down Goff, to shut down the running game, and I'm going to go
everything opposite today.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kansas City in Kansas City.
All right.
Right?
Sunday night football.
Yeah, I'm going to take Kansas City in that.
All right. Okay.
Andy Reid's embarrassed right now, bro. He ain't having it.
I think the legacy of the Chiefs is a little bit in jeopardy.
Not in that division. They're all right.
No, I don't know.
AFC West is up
There's
for
2
grabs.
other good teams right now.
Bo Nix.
It's only the Raiders are the only ones not keeping up with everybody. Everybody else is right there.
Chargers. What do Chargers do?
2
They
games
fell flat on their
slide,
face
They're
at
going to come
home.
back. They're going to come
2
back.
games
They're going
already.
to come back. The Chargers are going to be fine. They're going to bounce back.
I mean, says
They're going to make the playoffs. The Chargers are going to make the playoffs, bro. 100%.
AFC looks kind of weird this year.
But anyways, next game.
Tampa Bay versus the Niners in Tampa. Ooh. That's a good one. I like
Who's going to be the quarterback? I'll tell you who's going to win.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how I feel about it.
We'll see.
I'm going Bucks.
That's cool.
Mac
They got
Jones
Bucks
plays.
winning that -2.5.
Going Bucks.
Man, my wife is right. I'm a pessimist. You know what, dude? I'm going to go with Fred Warner, and I'm going to take the Niners, bro.
And even though they looked good last year, we pulled it off last year in our day. We look.
I'm going to take Fred Warner in that defense. I love Robert Saleh, bro. I love what he does, the way he elevates his team.
It's in
I like the Niners.
No, it's in Tampa. We beat them in Tampa last year, so.
I think Tampa Bay gets them, bro.
I like the Bucks.
I like the Bucks. I think Baker Mayfield, what I'm noticing, I don't like his throwing motion, but somehow, some freaking way, the ball gets there.
2 picks
And
this
it's
week.
there, bro. It's there. That's what I think. I'd rather have Baker Mayfield than Brock Purdy.
2 picks for the Niners this week.
Would you rather have Baker
picks.
or Mac Jones?
I'd rather have Baker, of course. But the Niners actually need Mac Jones. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think Niners can pull it off either way it goes.
No.
Yeah, I'm going Niners.
I'm going Bucks.
Well, who's favored in that?
Tampa.
Yeah, Bucks.
If Mac Jones plays, then you got a better chance. You got a guy that can actually see the field.
Nah, it's warm weather. Broncos
Oh, yeah.
all right in warm weather.
Oh, that's right.
We'll see.
Next game.
We got Buffalo versus Atlanta in Atlanta, and they got Buffalo winning, obviously.
The first.
I like Atlanta.
Yeah,
I mean Buffalo. I'm sorry. I like Buffalo, not Atlanta.
Atlanta coming off a bye week. Buffalo whoops them.
Yeah, Buffalo's embarrassed of what happened this last week.
Yeah.
They gave New England a pulse. They gave them confidence. They gave them
Division rival.
like, hey, we can beat them. And it's going to be interesting to see that game in New England.
I'm looking at this spread. What's it say on your computer?
It says -4.5 for
-4.5
the Bills.
Okay, on my phone it says 3.5. I don't know which one is most updated, but Buffalo Bills been giving up a lot of rushing yards.
Yeah, they have.
Bijan Robinson's about to tote this rock on Monday Night Football.
All purpose. Give me all purpose yards. You think he goes over 150?
Oh, I was going to say 150, bro.
I'm thinking 130.
That was where I was going to put it. Yeah, I feel better with 130. But yeah, he's going to do it all.
I think I like what you're saying.
2 touchdowns.
He'll do 150, bro, because he's going to get 100 either receiving or rushing.
Right.
And then he's going to add at least.
Because you just made sense right now. You just made sense.
At least 50.
So what we're telling you is we're parlay Williams anytime touchdown.
With Bijan.
All-purpose. 150, 149 and a half.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. So, but
I like the Bills to win. But I don't think that they covered 3.5. It'd be 3.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be
all
3.
All right. But overall, I do like my original statement on that. But go next game.
Last game, Chicago versus Washington. Washington 4.5.
Okay. So this game right here is the rematch of the game that propelled 2 teams to go in 2 different directions last year. The Hail Mary. The Bears literally took a dump right after, and the Redskins just took off. I think things are going to flip. I'm not a big fan of the Bears, but I think they remember that game. What's the spread on it?
4.5 Commanders.
Yeah, so I think you take the points, but if you want to do some gangster stuff, you take the Bears money line. I think the Bears are going to get some get back. I think Daniels has not looked that great. I think he made a couple throws on yesterday. I know he hit Debo in the back, but it's still not last year. You know what I mean? And I think the Bears are feeling themselves a little bit. Doomsday's having a great year so far. They can't run the ball, but Ben Johnson, bro, he's finding ways to win games because the defense is actually pretty good. I think the Bears have a better defense than the Commanders, bro. That's what I think. I think the Bears defense is starting to stand out to me. Like, that's the reason they're winning games, not because of the offense.
But what they don't have is the Redskins running game. That's what they're lacking. And the Redskins run the ball and win that game.
Bill Jakrowski Merritt is coming into his own. Like, I messed up. I took Chris Rodriguez, starting him in one of my leagues, and totally fell flat on my face.
Top 10 running back this year in fantasy easily.
Krowski Merritt, it's rich. Kind of rich.
Kind of rich?
Yeah.
Well, that's the benchmark,
it's only one game.
I was going to say about 15.
Maybe 20.
16.
Okay, safer.
Yeah, RB2.
But they did say in the broadcast, Tom was talking about it, that Kingsbury said, hey, listen, I think we're going to go more to a bell cow back now. And they showed it in the game. And he ran for, how many yards did he run against the Rams?
111. I think,
right?
111.
Had a touchdown?
But he had like 100.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns. Like, I'm telling you, maybe.
Just to add one more back on that 3, something popped in my head. We started talking about running back. Henderson from the Patriots hasn't done anything. So you go Jameson Williams, anytime touchdown for the Lions. Yeah. And then you go 150 all-purpose for Bijan Robinson. And then you throw in Henderson. Also, not 1, but 2 touchdowns. And you go for the bankroll.
Oh, you're going to win a lot of money if that's the case. I don't trust Mike Vrabel. I don't know what he's thinking in his head.
Well, Gibson's out.
I don't know why.
So now by process of elimination, he's going to get the ball.
No, he keeps giving to Ramondre.
Yeah, but they got to get the kid the ball.
You would think
out.
so.
Gibson's out.
You would think so, but they haven't done it yet.
You know it's got to come. It's already been 6 weeks. It'll be 6 weeks now. That explosion's got to come.
They'll start risking it on
him
a
happens,
little bit.
But
all right. So for my final thoughts, I attended a local football game 2 weeks ago. I wasn't able to go this last week, but I went to a high school game where I saw not 1, not 2, but 3 people fly into the stadium and basically parachute in, which was the coolest thing ever. Tri-tip sandwiches at Emmanuel were bomb as well. Planes flying over. It just was sick. So that's the first game. I'll be going to another game. Shout out to Emmanuel School. They tore it up. That was sick. But that's all we got. Subscribe, like, comment. Tell me I'm crazy, whatever. And you know what? Look for these chips. They're everywhere. Adios.